Hey guys, welcome back to another layout update. So it's been well over a year since my last layout update, so I finally figured it's about time to go ahead and do one. I got a lot of news for you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first off big news is that I've moved, and I have all of this space that you see here around me to do my next layout. And as you can tell, I've already started to do that. I've done quite a bit of work, a lot more work than what I wanted to do between layout updates, but I've just been really busy. I'm trying out a new camera on my new phone, so let's go ahead and give that a shot. So to begin with, I'll show you guys what I've done here, and then I'll get to what I've done over here later. So first things first, I've completely removed this engine service track that was here before, where I was just storing them in the meantime. The reason being is I wanted a nicer contour off this hill, which I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with. Probably abandoned track, that way I really don't have to work on redoing this grade. I'll probably get it up to like this point, and then it'll just be like ties and rails thrown off to the side. Definitely going to keep the rails in the bridge, but apart from that, that's basically what it's going to be. Another thing I've done is when I did the upgrade, get this out of the way, is I removed the switch here. I didn't see the point in having it, and I could have used it somewhere else, and that's what I'm basically going to do there. So me putting in this piece of track here is a greatly improved switch operations for this yard. I've basically just started using 4 axles. I'm not trying to run anything larger than a 4 axle in and out of this yard now that I actually have more space to use it. Another thing that I've done is I've shortened up all the yard tracks. And now they hold at max 3 cars each, 3 larger cars like this tank car, like those 2 tank cars, sorry. And that way I can actually get a nicer contour off this part when I get the tunnels and everything all figured out. This is the chassis of my SD70 ACE BNSF 9131, which is currently in the middle of being overhauled because the decoder in it was crap, and I'm basically going to keep it like taken apart till I can get a Tsunami decoder in there, and I'll just leave it as that. Upgrade the lights and the whole 9 yards. Coming over here, it's a complete mess. I've got some club stuff that I'm working on, and basically removed all this track. I'm going to keep the turnout I have placed right here. Sorry about the mess on the layout, I just had stuff set aside so cats don't knock it over. So yeah, I'm going to keep this switch here. I'm probably going to tear out this little rail here so the trains can't get over that far. And yeah, moving on over to the expansion that I'm working on. So I finally decided to do something with this section of track. I'm going to make it go into a Y, which I've pretty much completely built, and then it just split. One thing that I didn't account for was that when I do this, it's going to create a short. So what I've gone ahead and bought is a Digitrax auto reverser. I originally bought a Circuitron one, but that needs these optical sensors. And this, I've been told, is better. But ultimately, I really want to get a solid state one, so I don't have any lag whatsoever in my sound units, because I've been told these ones that are not solid state are not the best option for what I'm doing and what I'm running on DCC. Anyway, moving on. Basically all I have to really do for the Y is insulate it, and then I'll run the wires to this and get the whole layout power over here. Theme I'm kind of going for over here is, this is going to be the old main line that's always been here, and this area where you see the concrete track is going to be, sorry, the concrete ties is going to be the more modernized, upgraded passenger siding, and possibly going to add in a 3rd track with concrete ties for the passenger station for West Coast Express and regular Via service. So that's basically where I'm at right now for this layout. As you can see, I've got it from this point all the way down there. I have to pull the layout a little farther forward so I can build down and around, and hopefully, sorry about my finger, hopefully I'm going to expand and start the yard in this section. I won't come up any farther than the 8-foot mark, which is quite a large yard, and I already have a pretty good idea on how many tracks I want in it. Probably going to be serviced from both ends, and they can actually run much larger trains now. So I'm going to move on to some of the new stuff I've gotten. Going from the oldest to the newest. Hopefully I get this all in the right order. The CITX SD70M-2. I originally got it at not a hobby shop, at a train show for 150 bucks. And then later added in a Tsunami sound decoder for 50 bucks. So this is my first SD70M-2 or SD70 that has sound. It runs great. Got to do some more work to it. As for lighting, I got an Athearn ready to roll GP38-2 number 787. Also got a BNSF GP38-2, as well as a Proto 1000 RS2, and they're all very good runners. What I'm hoping to do eventually is create switcher sets for every railroad I have, and basically where I'm at is I've got a Union Pacific switcher set between the GP38 and my GP60, so those are really nice together. My BNSF GP38, which also has Sargent Engineering couplers, which I'll get to later, and I also have the Genset, as well as, for the guys that have been on my channel for a lot longer, I also have my Canadian Pacific and Sioux Line MP15 switchers. And I do have one CN switcher unit, my GP38-2, and I'm working on building a GP9RM. It's being done between a mix of upgrading the cab and a couple other things, and it will go with this, and possibly a slug set in the middle. But as time goes on, I'll see how that works out. So, moving on, some new stuff, detail things I got to go around the layout. I picked up some BLMA chain link fence. I'm still trying to build that, figure it all out. Picked up another 3-light block signal kit from Oregon, as well as a number of things from Osborne model kits. Concrete barriers, whistle signs, yard limit signs, as well as skids. As well, also, some roof ladders, as they're called here, for my BC Rail wide cab. Essentially, they're the same grab irons as are the ones right there. That's what I'm going to be modeling. I'll just go over here and show you guys the Jeep 9RM that I'm going to hopefully get up and running soon. Bring us in the likes. I don't think I've actually shown this in a layout update. Sorry for all the walking around and extended length of this. I'm not actually rushed to make a video because of the better size now of memory. But essentially, this is where the GP9 is at. Got the cab all primed up, as well as it sits quite nicely on the frame. It does also fit on the chassis, which I have to find. It's somewhere around here, but it works. And now all I have to do is, essentially on the cab, all I really want to do is I want to chop off this nose and add on as a detail part so it doesn't look broken, as you can probably tell. I'm just trying to fool around with the camera. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And yeah, those will go really nicely together. Some new rolling stock I got. A Rapido car. Sorry, Rapido Via Rail car. SCL Tangent Hopper car. Athearn Gondola for CSX. Intermountain Grain Hopper. Athearn Genesis. Union Pacific. Southern Pacific patch to Union Pacific. An Athearn GATX hopper, as well as this GNAX 2-bay cement hopper, and a Atlas Masterline CM boxcar. That's the majority of my newer rolling stock that I've acquired over the last year. Definitely a lot more locomotives than what normally is for me. And the job has definitely kept me busy. So, which is another reason why layout updates haven't been as frequent. But anyway, that is pretty much it for this layout update, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and as you can probably tell, there's no more squirreliness, which I'm actually really happy with this. Sorry, not squirreliness. No odd sound when it's silent, so I'm really happy about that. Alright, that's pretty much where I'm at for this layout update, guys. Hope you have enjoyed, and stay tuned for more.